Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Scholar Classes. Today we'll discuss part 2 of the history lesson Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. During 1914, Russia and its empire was ruled by Tsar Nicholas II. The meaning of Tsar is king. The Russian Empire included modern-day Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, parts of Poland, Ukraine, and Belarus. It even controlled Central Asian states like Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. The majority religion was Russian Orthodox Christianity. It also included Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, and Buddhists. Russia was an agricultural country at the beginning of the 20th century. About 85% of Russia's population was dependent on agriculture for their living. Industry was found only in a particular area. It was not spread all over the country. Main industrial areas were St. Petersburg and Moscow. As the railway networks extended, many factories were set up in 1890s. Apart from this, coal, iron and steel was also produced, so workers were in great demand. Most industry were owned by private individuals. Industry was divided into large factories and small workshops. The wages were very low that the workers could not buy proper food. Their working hours were long and conditions of work was unhygienic. Most workers came from the nearby villages and others came from cities. Workers were divided on the basis of their skills or talents. For example, metal workers considered themselves as superior and others were considered as inferior. But during crises like unemployment and increment, they united with each other to strike against the employers. In the countryside, peasants cultivated most of the lands, but nobility, crown, church controlled most of the properties. They wanted the land of the nobles to be given to them, and for this they murdered some landlords too. Before 1914, all political parties were illegal in Russia, therefore many political parties which were formed before this period worked in a secret manner. Some socialists felt that Russian peasants were more important than workers in a revolution, while others felt that workers were the main working force in the revolution. Those who supported peasants formed the Socialist Revolutionary Party in 1900 and demanded peasants' rights. Lenin felt that peasants were not united group, some were poor and others were rich, some even employed workers. He said that peasants cannot be a part of socialist movement. For this, Bolshevik and Menshevik group was formed. During 1900s, Russia was facing many problems on all the sides, such as there was no able leader to lead the country, inflation, poverty, hunger, wages were decreasing, food prices were rising, and the most importantly, the Russo-Japanese War, in which Russia was badly defeated by Japan. Therefore, liberals, with the help of workers and peasants, started a revolution in 1905 to demand a constitution. This revolution started with an event where four workers at the Putilov Iron Works were dismissed from work. When the news of the dismissal of those four workers spread, 110,000 workers in St. Petersburg went on a strike. Their main demand was reduction of work hours and increase in wages. When Father Gapon with his workers reached the Winter Palace, they were attacked by the police and the Cossacks. In this incident, 100 workers were killed and about 300 injured. This event came to be known as Bloody Sunday. After this event, strikes took place all over the country and students also left the universities. Lawyers, doctors, engineers and all other middle class workers established the Union of Unions and demanded a constituent assembly. After all these strikes and the demands of the citizens, The Tsar was forced to create an elected consultative parliament which came to be known as Duma. But the Tsar dismissed the first Duma within 75 days and then re-elected second Duma within 3 months. He did this because he did not want anyone to question him or reduce his powers. He changed the voting laws and gave membership only to conservatives in his third Duma. Liberals and revolutionaries were not given membership.